They showed my player cam after and I was pissed because I knew how fucking good of a play this was. And I didn't get the Penta kill, so I was really mad. Hello everyone, it's Rekkles. Today I'll be watching and ranking some of my best plays of all time that you guys, the fans, sent over. Let's get started.
As well as defensive statistics, so it is something to keep an eye. Yellow's gone in!
Got flash straight in, Timbers on towards him, but there's not enough damage coming out, and now Yellowstar gets pulled in towards the tower. Diamond joins them at the top here. This could turn out horribly for Fnatic. That's going to be a double kill! The super mega death rocket! Oh, and Diamond gets flashed away by Rekkles, but can he close the gap? He's going to go in towards Rekkles, he should. No! Barrier bait pulls him out, and they don't get anything!
Yeah, so this was my first game in the ULCS at the time, current LEC, and when looking back at it now, to get a play like this, to have that kind of week one, I don't know if people remember, but I think I was deathless the entirety of week one, or maybe I died in the last game, but I had like the craziest week one that you could possibly imagine for a player coming up with that sort of hype. So I was really nervous, and I felt really lucky to get something like this going. And when I think about it now, I feel like I had the fortune of playing a little bit in the 2013 season without having all that pressure, because I was in the Challenger series, and then later on that year we had Battle of the Atlantic, I think it was called, and we also had IEM Cologne, if I'm not mistaken. So we had a few tournaments, and I had obviously then my Copenhagen Wolves time to sort of like grow into the hype, because there was a lot of hype from my stint back in 2012. So when this 2014 game came around, everyone had like really crazy expectations, and I think without the 2013 season I wouldn't have been able to live up to them. So I was lucky. So great play by Yellow, first of all. Maybe not the best weak side play there is, but still a clean flash done. And honestly, I'm not sure how I even saw that, because it's a fraction of a second that I have to walk up and ult. If I by any means keep walking back, Shyvana is gonna block the ult, or if I have my screen a little bit more down to the left, I won't even see the stun that happened. So I'm not sure how I managed to react, or if Yellow just made a really good call to be ready, but that was a fraction of a second call that saved my life basically, because without that I think there was no way of flashing out, there was no way of using barrier, and I would just die to Diamond. So the fact that either Yellow called it or I saw it and I was able to make that play actually saved my life as well. It wasn't just a double kill, it was also the fact that I was able to get out of there with the barrier and flash. So again, couldn't have been a more magical debut, to be honest. So I was really happy to get a moment like this. Okay, so if I'm about to rank the play, I actually felt like it was a really impressive play. Again, if I look at it today, like if I was to analyze the play together with Yellow, who I was playing with at the time, I don't think it was necessarily the best play to go for, because we had Cyanide pathing towards bot and probably didn't know where Diamond Prox was. So maybe not the best play to go for, but the fact that we were able to pull it off and honestly play it that good mechanically and be that much on the same page, where he presses the stun, I go for the ult, I feel like that was actually a really clean play by us. So I sort of want to put it quite high, but I don't really know where the other plays will be in comparison. So I'm not going to put it high, but I'm going to put it on second highest, on an S level.
Fnatic, maybe looking for the fight. Rekkles does have On the Hunt available immediately. They're running forward, but Ottawamne is trying to dish out the damage. Cass makes his way into the backside. Bevivin is gone. Fnatic under a fantastic position to keep this team fight going. Keep your eyes on Rekkles. He is the only one that matters, but it is Nuclear who is firing back. It is Nuclear who's looking to clean this up. Fnatic need to keep the members alive. Rekkles! The flash forward, the broad to body block. Fnatic destroy H2K in the fight.
Oh! Rekkles gets the turnaround, the triple kill for Fnatic, and they keep their hopes alive!
This play was crazy. That's all I'm gonna say to start with, because I remember this series. I had a really bad first game, and then something happened. I don't know what happened. I think maybe it was just the powerful energy that I had on this day, because how this day started, even before my first bad game one, was me receiving the MVP trophy on stage and having maybe, I don't know, it's hard to say it's my like favorite personal moment with esports, but it's definitely one of them. Standing up on that stage, getting that trophy, that feeling of just people supporting me to an extent that maybe I didn't realize at the time. Maybe I didn't understand how big this whole thing was until I actually stood there. So something just happened, something just clicked in me. It felt like I was in almost a trance when I was playing, and I think this play shows that trance. I played this so well and did things maybe I wouldn't normally do. Maybe I would be a little bit more cautious, but here I'm not cautious. I'm killing everything. And there was just no stopping me. I wasn't waiting for any one of my teammates to do any plays or anything. I was just going for it. The second his cocoon lands, there was no hesitation in my mind. And sometimes I have too much hesitation in my mind, or too many thoughts in my head where I'm thinking, if I do that, he does this, and then I miss out on the play. But in this case, there was nothing, no hesitation. I was playing it perfectly. Maybe I'm missing a few autos here and there by being slowed, but just my reaction to the cocoon. Like, I'm impressed by myself because I'm often overthinking everything, and here it felt like I wasn't overthinking anything. I was just, I was sharp on the day, really sharp. And I think that came from the MVP interview and the energy I got from that. So this play was really crazy. Also, this moment was really hype. I mean, the game didn't actually mean anything, but the moment was really hype. Maybe more hype than the Jinx one, actually. So is this an SSS worthy play? But it's a good play. I mean, I'm playing the situations that good. I think both the Jinx one and this one I played, like, mechanically I played it quite good. Maybe not like perfect, because I thought I maybe played this perfect, but I missed a few autos, so it wasn't perfect, but it was close to it. So maybe this is also just an S right below.
Made around 2 big objectives. On the side of G2, they might look for something. Fnatic jumping in as well.
All right, Yonan sold his boots in favor of that Phantom Dancer. Let's see what damage he can put down, or if he's caught out. Glacial Prisoner teleport to the back end. Fnatic, they've already got the passive from Jankos. The fight's not done yet. Rekkles has been trying. Focus down from Perks. Perks flashes away defensive. Rekkles gets him. Turns onto Jankos. That's a double. He's not done yet. Firing away onto Wonder, looking for more. Winter's bite tags Yonan. Wonder survives for a few seconds longer. The bomb explodes. It's a triple.
He's going for the Penta.
Spring split MVP trying to find more. Doesn't want to go toe to toe. Shot back and forward.
He's going to kill it. That's the Penta.
Going forward. The quadra. The Penta kill for Rekkles.
Oh, okay. So when I saw the tier list and the portrait of the champion, I was hoping it was this play, because I think this is maybe one of my best plays ever, actually. And maybe one of the best games or series I've ever had. So if there's an SSS play, I think this might be the one. And it's such a shame that this wasn't a Penta. I counted it after, and I missed it by 1 second, if I'm not mistaken. I think I have 11 seconds between kill 3 and kill 4, and if it was 10 seconds, I would have the Penta kill. And then it would be a much more memorable moment for the fans, I'd imagine, because now it actually wasn't a pentakill, so sort of the Sivir pentakill in game 2 took the spotlight. But if I think back to the 2 plays, so in this case not the pentakill and the pentakill in game 2, I think this was the more impressive play. This was the more impressive of the 2, and maybe one of my most impressive plays of all time, because I think if the last play wasn't pixel perfect, this one might have been. I'm gonna try to see if I miss any autos. I hit the cannon once, but got the cannon. Like, this QSS flash was really clean. Keep on autoing, even though my team is to the left. Just keep on going. Not missing any autos. I think maybe the only thing I could have done different is jump on the upper end of the corridor here, because I think my team took... I'm gonna go back a little bit, just on the clip. I think my team took 2 parts of the trap. So if I pause the clip right here, I think Caps is taking the upper one, and Hilly is taking the middle one. So there's actually only 1 Jinx trap left, and I jump right into it. So I get stuck in midair. But if I jumped a little bit further up, I would just go next to Broxa, and that way I would be able to get the pentakill, because that would save me the 1 second that is between not getting the pentakill and getting the pentakill. But other than that, this might have been pixel perfect, because there's no shame in getting that cannon in the middle of the fight. And I think here at the end, the fact that I'm stutter stepping back isn't because I'm scared. It's because Caps was calling the shield for me. So we were just trying to time it together. So I don't think that was a mistake either. It was good to wait for the Karma shield, because there is a world here where Yarnan actually kills all if I make a mistake. So it's good that we did that together. But yeah, honestly, this this might be the SSS play. I think this makes sense now in my head. I think this play was way more impressive than the Jinx play or the Sivir play, even though they were both really impressive actually, and I'm really proud of both of these plays. This one here was something else, and I'm so sad it wasn't a pentakill. But yeah, it's the best play so far, for sure.
That ultimate will tag onto Rekkles. And again, Karsa, level 7 has huge burst.
All right, level 6 available for Selfmade. Lamb's Respite is there, so is the Flash. Respite used defensively. Can Nemesis get in range to get the knock-up? There goes Hellisang. Dawning Shadow will buy some time. Here comes Knight. He's got himself a Protobelt. Knocked up into the air by Nemesis. A two-man taunt, and Rekkles gets another. They're going to look for Jackeylove and find him, but Knight, what can he do? He manages to find Selfmade and flash over the wall to safety.
I'm just going to watch the clip out. But I know how it ends. It ends with me shooting a sick W on Jackie. I remember saying in comms, holy shit, I smurfed that. And Whippo was like, yeah, good job, good job. I don't think he saw the play, but he was really encouraging me at the time. I remember he was really trying to be happy for me and making me feel good after this play, because I was shocked at my own play. Sort of how I explained the Sivir one earlier, where I was impressed by how decisive I was and how I know I've struggled with that a lot of time. Here I am almost again impressed by how decisive I was and not hesitant, because I don't think I've had, again, too many periods in my career. I've always been kind of good, but I've had, I think, few periods in my career where I've been like really good, like really on point. And I guess all of the plays we're watching are kind of coming from those periods. It's 2018 spring, 2017 summer, and 2020 worlds. And if I got the question like which were your best times throughout your career, I would say these periods. And I think it's not a coincidence that the plays we're watching are from these times, because I think these were the times where I was at my best and I was able to do these kind of plays without second guessing, overthinking. Yeah, just I was on, like I was online basically. I don't know what's the best way to put this, but it just felt like sometimes I would use my brain too much, and in these moments I would sort of just let it flow, and that's when I've really been able to perform. So here you have the Senna W, which is me really being able to perform, I think. Not really sure how this play started. Oh yeah, we were trying to dive them, I think, and then they collapsed on us with Graves coming, and I think Graves was really strong at this time, so he almost one-shot Selfmade, but manages to get the ult off, and then I think I timed my ult good as well after. Hopefully. I time it so it doesn't... Yeah, it was a pretty decent ult. And then I get the predict W at the end. Honestly, my team played this really well, didn't they? Where would I rank it? I would probably actually rank it here, because I think these two plays were way more impressive maybe than this, because this is like, I mean, it's really impressive that I even think about it and go for it, but it didn't really feel like game changing or anything. In comparison to the Jinx and Sivir play, I think it was just less impactful and less hype, and definitely nowhere near the Tristana play. So I'm just gonna leave it at A, actually, yeah, for now.
The tower alive, Rainover was in trouble. There goes Yellowstar, another taunt. Mooney's looking for Miffy. Wild Growth will slow them down. Glitterlance connects as well. And Rekkles plus, that's a kill to Rekkles, rather. That's a double. He's looking for more. Kill. That's a triple. He's looking for 4. That's the quadra. He will get it. The reset forward. Looking for a pentakill. We're in Sweden. The Swedish gets a pentakill.
Okay, so yeah, this is probably my most iconic play. Maybe not my best play. I don't think this will be an SSS play for me, but a really special moment. I had my family there. It was the first event they actually came to watch me play. The fact that I was able to win, able to have a play like this, obviously is like, it sort of made it, yeah, something that cannot, like it was too good to be true almost, honestly, happening. And like, it couldn't be more special than this, really, having a moment like this. So yeah, I feel really lucky when I watch all of these plays, to be honest, because it really is special moments in my career, in my life, that I have been able to go through, and I feel so proud watching all of it, to be honest, that I was able to do this together with my teammates at the time and my management at the time, or staff at the time. It just feels really special that I was able to live these moments, to be able to experience these moments. It just feels like I'm a very privileged person to have these memories, even though I haven't been able to reach like the same heights as of late. It just feels, yeah, really special that I was able to do it at some point in my life. And this Tristana pentakill, I guess, is one of those moments that all of my fans and me and my family look back at and cherish, because yeah, it really was something else. Before this play starts, I was on side lane farming up a little bit, and I actually told my team to wait for me, and I think they did a really good job at like not engaging too early, because here they're giving some space. I think we even gave inhib tower, and then by the time I'm telling them like I'm on base now, you guys can go, they get the fight going. They bait out so many spells. Like at this point already, my team has pretty much done a perfect job, because they baited all the spells, they've put themselves all at 1 HP, so now it's just for me to clean up. And the second I get the first reset, I remember Febiven tells me come back for W. And I think we make a really good synergy moment here, where I flash in for the auto. So I kill Soas, I flash in for the auto to get the next W. So I will flash in now, get the next W. I'll turn back and I'll get the W from Febi, and then I will jump again. If I didn't do that, I think I wouldn't be able to catch all of these guys. But now I have the speed as well, so I catch up even after the W. So that was a really cool moment that maybe I've never actually said before, but I remember it so clearly, that he was shouting at me to come back for the W. Really cool moment, I think, between me and Febi, and maybe the reason why I was able to get the pentakill and to have a moment like this. But really, the Lulu W made such a difference there, and Huni comes in here, puts the cutlass on him, doesn't last it to kill. Also awesome of him. I've had some moments throughout my career where people actually steal my pentakill, and in this lineup, everyone was really encouraging me to get pentakill. I feel like it's usually either or. In some lineups, they don't give a shit and they will never help you get a pentakill, and in some lineups they like really try their absolute best to get you a pentakill. And I think this was one of the lineups where they really like wanted me to get the pentakill. So this team was really a team where they were pushing me to get pentakill and really helping me. So I appreciate that a lot, and maybe I never said that, so I will say it now. I really appreciate that they made that for me. So yeah. Awesome play, awesome moment, maybe more awesome moment than awesome play. I don't think it is, it's not an SSS play. I think this Tristana play is just so special to me, and I don't think this one would be able to be here. But I think maybe here actually, because this felt like more special actually. The Sivir play felt more special than this Tristana play in terms of just like the actual, how do you say, mechanical part of the play, or like how I felt in that moment. I remember that I really felt like I smurfed the Sivir play, and I really felt like I smurfed the Tristana play, but I don't think I had the same sort of crazy feeling with this Tristana play. I would maybe put this here, because I think this feels like it does the play injustice. It was a really cool play, and I did play it out pretty much as good as I could have. And with the Febiven thing, it was like extra cool in my mind that we had that little synergy thing in such a hype moment, that we could in such a hype moment talk to each other, call for each other. So I'll leave that next to the Senna play, I think. But yeah, this feels okay to me. Yeah, I've actually had some pro players even like say we're in Sweden whenever there's a pentakill. I know Hilly does that. I think even now to this day he always says we're in Sweden whenever there's a pentakill happening. So it feels like it's like an ongoing thing. People resonate pentakills with we're in Sweden. It feels like it was a really special moment, not only for me but for League of Legends, I guess, or for the game, or for others watching. So thank you so much for sending these plays over. Let me know how I did in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.